Good afternoon, everyone. It's me, Jessica, your health fitness program manager from McLean, and I'm here today for another great HIIT circuit. We've got 8 moves in today's round. Whoa, the last move is just a little active recovery, so it's going to be your choice. As I've been doing, I'm going to give you options of ways that you can increase the challenge as we move throughout our 3 sets. If the increase is not something that honors you, you don't want to try it, you try it, you didn't like it, that's totally fine. Go back to whatever move we demonstrated in round 1. If you find that you still need a little bit of assistance, make a note in the comments section, and hopefully we'll be able to get back to you ASAP with a suggestion. That's only for those of you joining us live. Okay, we're gonna get started in 2 minutes. Today's workout is body weight only. If you do have weights that you want to use at home just to increase the intensity just by having something in your hands, maybe you were inspired by me to get some of those hand weights. I definitely think they're awesome. I've really been feeling the challenge. I'm not gonna use them today. I really thought about it, but I just wanted to be fair to everyone else who doesn't have awesome hand weights at home. But I'm gonna be bringing them back later. Okay, great. Cool, so 1 minute till we start a nice little warm up. Make sure you have some water. Make sure you have cleared some space away from yourself or for yourself, just doing the best with whatever it is that you're working with. Uncle Buck, how long are you gonna hang out here? You're not usually a fan of cardio workouts, I know. Oh, life is so hard for such a sweet little weirdo. I just want to snuggle with you. Can that be a 45-minute workout? Dog snuggles. Okay. Let me just make sure that we're cooking with gas on my computer, that I'm posting in the right section, and that my volume is off. Uncle Buck. Yay! All right, great. So let's go ahead, let's find some space for ourselves, either getting started with a nice march, or, you know, I'm a big fan of that lateral side to side step tap, just starting to warm up those inner and outer thighs, getting those glutes a little bit. No doubt you've probably gotten up from your desk a little bit today and you walked around in this motion, but how much did you actually walk around in this motion? Probably a little bit less. Feel free to get those shoulders starting to warm up, just taking the time away from your desk, starting to come into your movement, into the music that hopefully you put on to enjoy and power yourself through today's class today. Awesome. Let's go ahead and turn this into something a little bit more intense. So maybe going for a little bit faster of a march side to side, or maybe you're turning things into a boxer shuffle. Make sure that you're drawing that lower belly in to find some support through your core and doing your best, however you're moving, to move with intention, to not be slamming those feet down towards the floor. You're landing light with your toes, either in this boxer shuffle or a little bit of a faster side to side step tap. Maybe you're keeping things slow, but you're using a larger range of motion here. Let's keep it up for about 10 more seconds. Then we're gonna switch into a nice overhead press punch. 3, 2, 1. So you can plant those feet. We're just gonna tap those feet out side to side. That's right, we got a little bit of cardio kickboxing inspired in today's class again. Turns out I missed it. I missed it big time. Great. Can you start to really rotate your shoulders a little bit more? Warming up those obliques, bringing it more into your back. 4 more. 4, 3, 2. Gonna keep this side to side motion, press to the side. So push through that hand palm. Oh, really feel that back warming up. So I'm already starting to challenge your balance a little bit today. Remember, you can help yourself with balance, by focusing on that breath. Think about allowing your eyes to follow a little bit right now, where your hands are moving. In general, finding a spot to relax your eyes while keeping that belly pulled in tight and breathing is going to help with your balance. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Awesome. Let's go ahead and just squat and lift ourselves back up. Any kind of squat you want to do. Maybe you have your knees and your toes pointed forward right now. Maybe you're going a little bit more for that goddess style squat with knees pointing towards the outside. 4 more, just some air squats for the warm up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Turn those toes forward. We're just going to go for a nice little lateral side to side lunge. Take a second on each side. A little bit of a pulse out. You can have your hands on your hips. You can have your hands more towards your thighs if you need to. Can you keep that chest slightly lifted? Think about really pressing into the outer edge of the straightened leg that you have as you simply just shift the weight. Can you add a floor tap? See if you can reach down just a little bit lower. Opposite arm stretches up towards the ceiling. If you can't reach the floor, just reach in that direction. Just finding a bend of one knee and the straightening of the other. Let's get 4 more like this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice work. Now march it out. You get to march it out right here. I'm going to give you a quick little preview of everything that's coming today. Keep this march moving. Keep some sort of a motion going. Think of this already as a little bit of active recovery before the workout actually starts. And we're going to come back to this active recovery after we finish 7 moves that I picked for you. You get to pick one. Oop, I spit a little. One active move for yourself. All right, so we're starting off. Most of our moves are pretty simple to begin with. First move of the workout is going to be an alternate knee smash. So arms are up overhead. Your knee is driving towards the center line of your body, and you're smashing those hands down as well. You're going to use that exhale to really help you drive that knee up towards your chest. And that's where we're going to hang out for round 1. If you think of a way that you can make it more intense, maybe you want to add in a hop, doing a little bit more of like a jack style. That's cool, but no need to if you don't want to. Okay, move number 2, we're going to go for some fast feet. So some out and in. If you need to take it a little bit slower, you can always just do a nice wide march. Making sure you've got some options for everyone. Move number 3, we're going to go for a side-to-side squat walk. So keeping the weight down in your heels, we're going to stay low for a full minute. I'm going to keep my hands at heart center to help keep that chest lifted. Instead of crunching down towards the floor, we're just going to do some side steps in each direction. Bring the weight into your heels as you step from side to side. Maybe even see if you can get a little bit lower. Keep sending the booty back. Next up, we have a rolling plank. I thought this was very kind of me. I think the rolling plank, once again, great for balance, which we're talking about today. So you can be on your straight arms, you can be on your forearms, rolling from side to side. You can be on your knees, whatever you want to do. You've got some sort of a plank action happening. Next up, we're going to stand up for a wide knee ab move. So I think it's easiest to make some beautiful muscles for yourself and think about drawing your knee towards the inside part of your elbow, or even think about drawing your elbow towards your hip. You're just going to find a nice fast pace. We'll do 30 seconds on one side and then 30 seconds on the other side. After that, we've got a back lunge. We'll start off actually, instead of going for that front kick, just back lunge to knee drive. We'll add that kick as we move a little further through. So you can either lunge all the way back or just do a little bit of a step back, finding what works for you. 30 seconds on each side. Then we'll do some burpees. So coming to the top of your mat, step, or if you want to jump up, and hands come down. You can step back. You can add in a push-up. You can just have that thruster towards the back. Maybe you add in a little malasana punches. I want you to make that move your own, and then we'll stand up for 1 minute just to keep moving. Any sort of movement that you want to do. Great. Okay, take a second. Ooh, stop with your shuffle. Maybe grab a little bit of water. Let's come on into round one. Hopefully you're feeling nice and warmed up. First move of the day is those alternating knee pulls for round one. All right. Plant those feet, bring those arms up overhead. You start in 3, 2, 1, begin. So use that breath. Remember, you can keep a nice steady pace here. If you're keeping this steady pace, that's going to give you even more of an opportunity to really drive that knee up. Maybe if you're moving a little bit faster, you don't get quite as much of a knee drive, but you're getting a little bit more cardio in. So already, once again, challenging your balance, asking you to switch the weight from side to side. And I want you to work to not slam that foot down on the floor, to move with some intention. You can have a bend in your elbows. Think of this like hip hop abs, y'all. Use that breath. Drive that knee. 5 seconds left. We get a 15-second rest before we come into our fast feet. All right. Shake it out. Do whatever feels good for you. So next up, either out, out, in, or faster feet. Same thing. 3, 2, 1, begin. Either out, out, in. Get those arms going. Whichever version you decided to go with, use your arms to get a little bit more of a heart rate increase. Okay, if you've been stepping out with the same leg each time, get ready to switch it up. In 3, 2, 1. Switch that leading leg. If you're marching with me, maybe you can add a little bit of a squat in here just to work a little bit more intensely. If you're doing fast feet, work to keep those heels off the floor the whole time. 10 seconds left. Keep breathing, keep that chest up. How you feeling at home? Great work. All right, next we have our side walk squat. So this time heels will be down on the floor. Send those hips back behind you. Make sure you're not bringing the weight to your toes. We don't want knees past toes. Knees either stacked on top of the arch of the foot or maybe even over your heel. Keep sending those glute back. Can you sit down a little bit lower? Use the space that you have. So maybe you just have enough space to take one lateral side step squat. Maybe you have lots of space. You could take a few in each direction. Keep coming back to the idea of the weight being in your heels. We'll send those glutes back. Sometimes moving slower with intention, I feel so much more firing up in my glutes and my hamstrings. 3, 2, 1. You're doing awesome. Let's come on down to our mat space. Next up, we've got that rolling plank. Remember, it's your choice if you want to do straight arm, if you want to do forearms, if you want to be on your knees. I'm going to hang out on my knees for the beginning, just because I'm there. Can you keep, my wrists are tired. Can you keep your hands palmed or your arms underneath of your chest? Or do you find that they keep coming forward of your body? Just asking. Just asking. I'm going to challenge you to do some different planks today. we're gonna work to switch it up each round. So we're getting some balance work in here as well, rotating side to side, firing up the obliques just a little bit. Just making it work for your body today. I'm keeping the intensity low for myself, but I'm still moving. That's all that really matters, is that you continue to find movement, challenge yourself to see change. Okay, what's next? We got those standing wide knee abs. Which leg would you like to start with? We're going to switch it up halfway through. You can extend those arms out towards the side, then make some muscles and work nice and slow to begin with. Think about bringing your lower rib closer towards your hip. And as you start to feel good with the move, you can move a little bit faster. Still using that breath. Get ready to switch in 3, 2, 1. Other side. You might need to move a little bit slower on this other side. So I'm really working to keep a nice straight line with my shoulders. The movement that is happening is a little bit leading with my elbow. I'm not just bringing my elbow down. I'm working to keep my arms in a nice line. Everything's moving together. Knee coming out wide to the side. 3, 2, 1. Oh my gosh, we're amazing. Let's come on and do the back lunge with a front kick. So once again, we're gonna alternate this one 30 seconds through some sort of a back step and then a knee drive. Or if you're feeling good to start, you can already put in that front kick, maybe just warming your body up, alternating each time. We're not actually fighting with anything, so think towards not locking this knee out too much as you go for your kick, but keeping that belly pulled in really tight. Don't worry, we're gonna have plenty of opportunities to get a deeper lunge. Switch sides as we get to rounds 2 and 3. We're gonna add in some pulses with our lunge. Adding in a punch just for some funsies right now. Oh, I'm feeling this one. Feeling it starts out burning this quad. Oh, great. Let's come to the top of the mat. Last total body move that we have before active recovery. We've got some sort of a burpee. 3, 2, 1. Step or maybe jump up, maybe press up onto your toes, pull your belly in as you hinge forward, and then step, or if you want to, jump back. You can add in a push-up. Maybe you just hang out in a plank for a second, step or jump forward. You can enjoy a moment in Malasana, maybe add in a couple punches before you stand up and start again. It's so important that you add some moves that you think are fun to today's workout. Yes, so that you do want to keep coming back. Find something that's challenging for yourself, but a challenge that feels good. Just showing up is such a great start. If you just keep showing up, you're definitely going to make a difference. Not just in your body, but in your mind. Great. Find your way to your feet. We've got our 1 minute of active recovery coming up. What are you gonna do? I think I'm just gonna dance it out for this first one. All right, so we got our 1 minute. Just keep moving, keep grooving, keep dancing, and really bring your focus back to your breath. Work to make that exhale a little bit slower than your inhale. Bring your heart rate down naturally so that when we do stop moving, we're gonna feel good. We're gonna feel good. We've given our body a little bit of time to know, hey, I'm taking it down a notch. I'm actively recovering. Still keeping my arms moving though. Arms moving to keep that heart rate going, getting your total body involved. Doesn't matter what it looks like, y'all. I know I look like a major weirdo right now. I don't care. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Okay, you get a minute to recover. I made the mistake last night of putting on Lionel Richie at like 11 p.m. I did not go to sleep until well after midnight. Yes, truly having that great music really does make such a big difference in you wanting to move your body. Okay, let's talk about round 2. We're gonna change things up a little bit. We're gonna try and tell you about the change during our 15-second break so that we don't waste time. But we gotta break a different option for our very first move. So you can either stick with these alternating knee smashes, or we're gonna do just one knee drive, still to the inside, but getting those arms going, getting our shoulders burning a little bit more with a speed bag. So 30 seconds of just one leg, and then we're gonna switch to 30 seconds of the other leg. Or continue with that alternate knee smash in 3, 2, 1, begin. Keep those arms moving, keep those hands going. Like there's a little punching bag right in front of your face and you're hitting it with the back of those pinkies. Still using that exhale to drive that knee up, pull your belly in. Arms are starting to get tired, maybe you slow down. Try not to stop. 3, 2, other side. Yes, give the arm leg combo the same respect on this side as you did on the last one. Pull your belly in once again. Keep that core nice and tight. 10 seconds left, we got it. Keep going. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yay. All right, we're coming back to those fast feet. This time I recommend that we do our fast feet, if you're going for fast feet, in a circle. Just adding a little more inner outer thighs. Begin. And if you're just marching, you can always march wide in a circle in each direction. So either just marching in a circle, notice I'm still getting those arms going, or heels are up on the balls of the feet, fast feet. By circle, I meant semicircle. I'm just being polite, trying not to turn my back to y'all. Halfway, halfway. Get those heels up, pull your stomach in. Now, I hope you understand when we say pull our stomach in, I don't mean like a middle school girl trying to look good at the beach. No, that is not sustainable for breath. I'm talking about the way that you engage those lower abs the same way you would if I take a break. Told you someone was coming to hit you. Ooh, that's a whole different engagement. All right, we've got our side walk. This time at the end, add in a curtsy lunge or step back. So stay low, add in that curtsy lunge. Go for it. Weight is in your heels. Even in that curtsy lunge, try not to completely just press off of the ball of the back foot to lift up. I am real limited in space here. So if you're also limited in space, maybe we just do one big squat and then a curtsy lunge. You just gotta work with what you got. Remember, every day is different. Maybe your space is different. Maybe it's just your body, your mind, the way that you fueled, the way that you slept. Are you hydrated? Are you stressed? All these things are going to affect your workout. Hopefully, working out is also going to affect all those things. Encourage you to drink some more water, help you to sleep better. Y'all, stand up. Maybe grab some of that water. Okay, we're hitting the floor for planks. This time we got an elevator plank coming up. So forearms to straight arms, begin. I mentioned already I'm having some pain in my wrist, so I'm going to do this one on my knees because there's nothing wrong with the modification. Modifications are smart. It is smart to think about what your body can really do and is ready for. And you can still bring the challenge right here, maybe increasing the pace. Maybe every once in a while coming up into a full plank, even if you have to come back down on those knees. It is not all or nothing. It's something, and something is everything. Great, keep breathing. Remember, you can always switch back to that rolling plank if you need to. Okay, we're standing up. We're coming back into the standing wide knee crunch. So extend those arms out to the side. Start off by bending whichever arm the knee is going to reach towards. And notice how everything moves at the same time. And then give yourself two beautiful muscles. This way you can also work to open that chest a little bit more. Find the pace that works for you. So you should be challenging yourself. You should be feeling something. If this just feels like you're lifting your leg up, move a little bit faster. Open your elbows a little bit wider towards the back to engage your back a little bit more, and then switch sides. Ooh, starting to sweat here, coming towards the end of our second set. Ooh, it was real cold in here to begin with. Make sure you're not just pulling that elbow down behind you. You're really finding that tilt in your upper body towards your lower body. Bring that knee wide out to the side. 3, 2, oh my gosh, tired. Okay. Coming up to our back lunge. This time we're going to go for a pulse in our lunge. So stepping back, 1, 2, either knee drive or kick. Begin. So we've only got 30 seconds on each side. Ooh. Make sure as you go for this lunge pulse, weights in your front heel, back ball of the foot, keeping that chest lifted the best you can. Just under 10 seconds here on this side, and then we'll switch it up. 3, 2, 1, switch sides. Keep that weight in your front heel. So really think about pressing into this front heel, squeezing your glutes to lift yourself up and come forward. Oh, getting some work, getting a nice stretch. Oh, I'm tired, you guys. I'm so excited. We've got one more active move, one more set. All night long, we're gonna work out. All night long. We got burpees next, okay? Burpees, and then we get to free move. Begin. So challenge yourself on the second round of burpees. What was the hardest part for you? Make sure that you don't skip it just because it's hard. You can always go slower. Do you find that that squat, oopsie doodles, in yoga class is a big challenge? We'll practice that malasana right here. Allow those glutes to drop and then come back into it. No one is perfect at something the first time they try it. If they are, it's beginner's luck. So make it muscle memory, not just beginner's luck. put the work in today to make it easier tomorrow. Yay, this is actually really fun. I hope that you've figured out a burpee combo. Oh my gosh, make your way to your feet that you could have kept doing. Okay, grab a quick sip of water. You're ready for our minute of active recovery. Here we go. 1 minute, active recovery. Maybe you're jumping jacks. Maybe you're skipping around. Maybe you're acting like a total weirdo. As long as you're moving, maybe you're marching in place. Maybe you're just walking in place. Just keep moving. Find shapes that feel fun and silly. I dare you to show me your best, worst dance move in the comments after. And I'd love to hear what song is really powering through you right now, whether it's in your mind or if you're actually listening to it. Clearly, I have All Night Long by Lionel Richie stuck in my head. Okay, we made it through round 2. A minute just for you. Take it down a notch. You can still keep moving during this last little burst of you time. And then we're gonna start off round 3 the same way that we did with round 2. But do you remember which leg you started with? Because if you do, I'm gonna encourage you to use the opposite leg. If you've been mirroring me, you started with your left leg the last 2 rounds. So we're gonna switch to starting with that right leg. Okay, let's get this last push through so we have some time for a nice little cool down. Oh, we gotta get some leg stretches in here. All right, starting off with that either alternate knee drive smash or single knee drive with your speed bag in 3, 2, 1. Begin, last time through. Suck your stomach in, find some length through the crown of your head. Your knee is driving up towards the center line of your body. Those pinky fingers are punching an imaginary bag or a balloon filled with all of your stress. Let it go. Get out of here, stress balloon. Okay, switch sides. Yes, getting that upper body going, getting that heart rate back up one more time. Can you get that knee up a little bit higher for this last 10 seconds? Three, 2, 1. Ugh, you got it. Awesome. Okay, coming back into our fast feet. Option to stick with what we were doing or double punch. Fast feet, double punch. All right, join me right here. I'm just doing a little pony with my feet, just adding those arms in a little bit. Still landing light on the toes. I got 2 shuffles, 2 shuffles. 2, 2. 2 punches, 2 shuffles. Oh, shoulders getting a little tired. Just worked it out in the last round too. Other side starts. 3, 2, 1. Switch it up. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. If you worked out with me in the fitness center, this was definitely one that we included a lot in our actual cardio kickboxing classes. Forgot about it till today. Nice work. Keep breathing through it. 2, 1. Oh. All right, we've got our side squats. We're still gonna add in a lunge. If you wanna work a little bit harder when you step back together, add in a hop. I know I said no jumping. You know I'm a liar. Okay, so either just squatting side to side, adding in that curtsy lunge, maybe just pressing onto your toes, squeezing your glutes, lifting up a little bit higher at the top. So many fun options for you. Think about landing light on those feet. If you're going for an actual jump, we're just working to find that balance again, working into those calf muscles a little bit more, pressing up onto your toes, and then lowering back down to your heels. Whew. Yes, we got 10 seconds left. Working towards those nice, long, lean muscles. Nice, especially with that back curtsy lunge. Okay, next up, we're gonna go for our plank. Right? Okay, but I encourage you to try a dolphin plank this time. So forearms down on the ground, send those hips up, and then shift the weight back forward. So you're working to bring those biceps between your ears. So glutes lift up, push into those forearms, and then chest comes forward again. Squeeze glutes, bring them back in line. If you don't like this, remember you can go back to that rolling plank. You can give yourself a little child's pose and then come back into a modified tabletop. If being on those toes is too much for you, we're just adding in such a great stretch into the upper back, shoulders, because I know they're tired from those last 2 rounds of work. Careful on your space. I know we're getting sweaty. And take any modifications you need. We made it a full minute. Oh, okay. Stand on back up. We've got our standing wide kneed. I think we missed a move. Okay, standing wide knees. If you want to work a little harder this time, you're gonna tilt to the side. Instead of doing wide knees, you can even have one hand on your thigh and just do a big leg lift. Or stick with this oblique focused move. Still working the obliques, whichever one you went for. Getting a little bit more of the glutes involved, of balance involved if you're going for the side leg lift and switch. So either still keeping those shoulders and arms in line, or finding just that big leg lift. Not quite a kick, just a different way to drive that leg up. Challenging that balance a little bit more too. You might want to keep that arm extended to help you with your balance. Oh, that was so fun. Okay. We have our back lunge front kick, then our burpee, and then active recovery. Start with your opposite leg. 3 pulses. Begin. So pulse, 2, 3, either knee drive or kick. Pulse, 2, 3, where is the weight? It's in your front heel. Really pressing into this front heel, squeeze that glute to lift yourself up. You can add that kick in, make sure you're not locking that knee out. Awesome. Switch it up, other side. 3 pulses. Remember, you can always just go for a step back, work to get that heel towards the floor. Oh, such a big stretch during this lunge into my quad and hips, just feeling tired. It's good though. We want to feel tired. Everything else was just the warm up until you really start to feel fatigued. Finish that out and then take your time, make your way up to the top of your mat. We've got our last round of burpees. Are you putting in that push-up? If you are, I hope you're leading with your chest down first and not your belly. Begin. Maybe step up on those toes or jump. Step or jump back. Come into that push-up. Step or jump forward. Feel free to hang out for a second. In Malasana, you can add those punches. Back up to the top. Begin again. Burpees are such a beautiful, full range of motion, total body move. Great opportunity to make sure that you're really engaging your core for stability of your whole body, to keep that back feeling good too. Some beautiful stretches. Nice work. 3 seconds left. Can you finish one more round even if you go past the timer? That was the timer. I'm worth it. You're worth it. Get ready for that 1 minute of active recovery. Oh, and then we have plenty of time to stretch. This is so good. Okay. One last minute. One last some sort of weird cardio push. Remember, you can get those jumping jacks. You can get a boxer shuffle. I just hope you're still with me. I'm so glad you came today. You know, you make me want to shout and pick my hands up about how glad I am you came. Ooh, I'm so glad you came. A little bit louder now. I'm so glad you came. Are you so glad you came? I hope you're screaming back to the camera that you're glad you made it too. Awesome. A little bit longer now. 15 seconds left. You got 1 minute to yourself. Shake it off physically, mentally, and then we'll stretch it out together. Yay! Awesome. Grab that water one last time. Whew. And then we'll come stretch it out on the mats together. So take this 30 seconds before we start our focus stretch to really focus on your breath. Bringing that heart rate down by slowing down your exhale. Remember that if your eyes are moving all around, if you're feeling stressed and looking all around, your mind's gonna feel stressed. So find one spot, relax your eyes, relax your focus, relax your breath. Just start to breathe. Okay, let's come over onto our mat. Once more, we're gonna get some big stretches into our quads, hips, hamstrings, lower body. Really worked today. First, let's take some big breaths together. Feel free to bend those knees. Inhale those arms all the way up. Really reach through your fingers and exhale. Slowly melt those arms down by your side. Let's do 3 more. Bend knees, inhale up, reach up, exhale. Relax down. Inhale. Stretch up, maybe even look up. Exhale. Relax on down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. Keep those arms up there. Pull your belly in nice and tight. Either rain your fingertips down forward to the floor or swan dive forward. If you can touch the floor, great. If your hands are nowhere near the floor, grab hold of your opposite elbow. Make sure that you have some weight in your heels. Think about bringing that bend towards your knees as you start to find the stretch along the back of your legs. So much better to have your belly sandwiched on your knees, to have a big bend in your legs as if you're reaching for a chair behind you, instead of having this big hard rounding of your upper back, which is so unsupporting for that lower back, even if that belly is pulled in. So bring that belly to your knees. Maybe even bringing your hands to your knees for a little bit of help. Okay, take your time. Let's go ahead and bring our knees down to the floor. Go ahead, lift yourself up, and right foot steps forward. Wiggle it forward as much as you need to, such that as you shift the weight forward and find a little squeeze in your left glute, finding a stretching and opening of that hip flexor, maybe even feeling a bit of a stretch in your hamstring, maybe in your quad. It's all just going to depend on how tight your body is feeling today. Go ahead and release your glutes back towards your heels. Start to straighten that front leg out a little bit. The more that you bring your chest down towards your knee, the more you're going to feel it. So on this one, it's okay to have some space between your belly and your thighs. You can get your calf involved by flexing those toes back towards your face. Awesome. Go ahead, shift the weight back forward. We're going to tuck the back toe under, lift ourselves up. Make sure that you still have your hips as square towards the mat as possible. Then step your back foot in, lift yourself up, straighten that front leg. So just two different ways to get pretty much the same stretch in your legs. Awesome. Walk that right hand inside of your foot and go ahead, bring your right foot back to meet with your left. Take a moment here in down dog, bringing your biceps between your ears. You can bring that big generous bend towards your knees. Then go ahead and release your knees back down towards the floor. Take your time, lift yourself up, and let's bring the left foot forward this time. Shift the weight forward to get that nice hip opening stretch. Ooh, feel it so much more on this side in the quad as well, whereas I didn't feel it so much on the other side. So know that if sometimes we do stretches and you don't quite feel it yet, that's not that weird. You're getting in touch with your body, and sometimes it takes time to really come into those connections. All right, send your hips back towards your heels. Might even walk your hands a little closer back towards your knees. The more that your hands are forward, the more you're gonna increase the intensity of this stretch as well. In addition to flexing those toes back towards your face is going to increase the intensity of the stretch, and finding that extra rounding. So many great ways to make it harder. Remember, if you need to make it easier, just keep yourself a little bit lifted here. All right, let's shift back towards the front. Go ahead, tuck that back toe under. Lift yourself up once more in our nice big hip opener. Step your back foot forward about a foot. Bring the whole foot down toward the floor. Straighten your front leg. Still sending your hips towards the back of the room. Make sure you actually have some weight in that front heel, front foot as well. Nice work. Keep your hands on the floor. Go ahead, send that left leg back to meet with the right. Walk your hands towards your feet. One more opportunity to really just dangle here, to allow those shoulders to open. Send some big breaths into the back side of the body. We did really use that upper body today for some big punches, for stabilizing in those planks. Okay, take your time, slowly, gently roll yourself up, one vertebrae at a time. At the top, take a big inhale. Stretch those arms up, and on your exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Bring those hands, palms together, stretch those knuckles down towards the floor. Squeeze your shoulder blades together as much as feels good for you. Even squeeze your glutes, press those hips forward. Squeeze shoulder blades once more, and then carefully release your hands. Interlace them at your chest. Turn those palms forward. Tuck your chin and find some rounding of that upper back. On your next inhale, reach up to the ceiling once more. And on your exhale, rain those fingers down to the side. Great work today, y'all. I hope that you had as much fun taking classes, oopsies, as I had bringing it to you. If you have any questions, concerns, I always encourage you to reach out. I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, whatever day that it is that you did join us for today's workout.